Father Stephen Keesley, a priest in Oakland, California, was sentenced to 3 years probation for tying up and molesting 2 young boys inside the church rectory in 1978. The local bishop wrote several letters to the Vatican office headed by the then Cardinal Joseph Ratzinger, now Pope Benedict, trying to remove Keesley from the priesthood. Ratzinger finally answered 4 years later. In a letter obtained by the Associated Press, he expressed concern about removing the priest. He wrote the allegations were of grave significance, but that they also should consider the good of the universal church. For the next 2 years, as the Vatican decided his fate, the priest was sent to a local parish as a youth minister. He was finally defrocked in 1987, nearly 6 years after the Vatican was notified of the abuse.
Unfortunately, the Vatican doesn't appear to realize how damaging this is in terms of public relations, and not just in terms of public relations, but how it's so disheartening to Catholics, to loyal Catholics.
Erwin Zulkin represents a woman who says Father Keesley assaulted her 3 times by the time she was 7 years old. Court documents accuse Keesley of providing her with wine, binding her hands, and sexually abusing her.
It's time to get it out. Let the world see what happened. Let's close the book on this and move on.
But these new revelations seem to draw Pope Benedict closer to what many believe is a several-decade effort by the Church to cover up sexual abuse by its priests. The Vatican insists the Pope is simply a victim of a smear campaign. Some Catholics are now demanding the Pope reveal what he knew and when. Meanwhile, the Vatican announced today that the Pope is willing to have meetings with more abuse victims to, quote, help them seek peace. Ben Tracy, CBS News, Los Angeles.